Good morning, Panthers. Today is Tuesday, April 28th, 2020. It is the 29th day our school community has been practicing social isolation and the 10th day for new learning. I'm Mrs. Mistretta.
I'm Mrs. Kaufman.
And it's so nice to reach out to all of you again today. Mrs. Kaufman, what is our weather going to be like?
It's going to be a high of 55 and cloudy with some passing showers, but not a washout today.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
If we can even get little chunks of time to get outside, that'll be good. All right. So we do not have anyone's birthdays today that I am aware of. So that was a little disappointing, but we will be back with birthdays tomorrow. But I do have a joke. Are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay. Where do you find an elephant?
I don't know. Where do you find an elephant?
This is a really good joke for you. Where you left him.
That is a really good joke for me. People that know me at school know I leave bits and pieces of myself everywhere. So I'm always my coffee mug, a notebook, I'm always tracking down something that I set down in the office. The ladies in the office know especially. I tend to just kind of Thank you. Thank you for that joke.
Yes, you're welcome. All right, for lunch today, our breakfast and lunch program is offering pulled pork on bun with chips, sun butter and jelly on bun with chips, or yogurt with goldfish crackers. So that'll be good. All right, and it is Spirit Week. I saw some fun pictures on Twitter and Facebook yesterday with cool spirit wear. And today is the family game day, I guess. I usually call it family game night, right? But I guess this time you can play anytime because games are incredibly rich in learning activities. Even if it seems like it's a purely fun game, kids even learn things like self-control and how to take turns. And sometimes that's good for adults too, right? Just to practice some of those skills. So a game that my family and I have been practicing or playing is called Garbage. And you can also call it Trash. And I will put a link on Facebook to it. But it is a game that is actually on our Virginia Department of Education website. Teachers will teach it to kids to play when teachers are in small groups and the kids are working in pairs or independently. Really what the game does is reinforces the concept, number concepts, and you set out 10 cards, 2 rows of 5, and any age can play it. You might, if you have a really little one who can't identify their numbers yet, you may want to pair them up with an older sibling or an adult, but everyone can play the game, and it's a really simple turn-taking game. They need to be able to identify their numbers, and they pull from the deck. And if they get numbers 1 through 10, ace is 1, they put it in its place. And then the goal is to be able to turn over one of each card. So it's very simple. It works on fine motor with turning the cards. It works on identifying your numbers. It reinforces the concept of 10 and the concept of 5, number identification. So many fun things, and the kids have no idea that it's teaching them those things. So we have been enjoying it so much. My family asks to play it every night, and I'm sure it'll wear out eventually, but I'm going to take it as a win while I can. And I have been really amazed at how quickly my daughter, who's in 2nd grade, has been just able to identify the place of each number and move very rapidly through it. So she's even gaining some fluency in that concept of 10. So have you ever played that game, Mrs. Kaufman?
I have not, but that sounds really exciting because I think even having a 5-year-old like that is right. That's going to get us practicing those number concepts without a workbook or number card, like any of those things. It's kind of disguised learning, which is awesome.
It is. And it's recommended that you play it with kids can play it individually. So if you're looking for an independent activity for them to do, it's got a kind of solitaire-like feel. But you can also play it with 2 or 3 players. So with 4 in my family, it works out perfectly because my 4-year-old pairs up with the 7-year-old, and they work as a team to beat mom and dad. So it's really a good time. And I encourage you guys to give it a try if you have a deck of cards at home. All right, and let's see. I do have a few awards. I'm still working through them, so I have really been excited to read through these awards. One that I received is from Mrs. Kite, and I don't know if you saw this, Mrs. Kaufman, or not, but she just wanted to give kudos to the entire staff for the learning activities that they've come up with. She feels like with having multiple children in our school, that it's been really helpful to have the common format for the template, and that it's not busy work, that the work is relating to real world tasks. So thank you, Mrs. Kite, for reaching out and for sharing that. And thank you to our teachers for their hard work, because it has been a stretch for them professionally to learn how to kind of provide these enrichment activities that aren't quite standard.
Yeah, and I think it's hard to break away from the non-traditional. Sometimes you need that traditional and you need to strike a positive balance, but
Absolutely.
we're just so thankful. It really brightens our day to hear from parents. We heard from Mrs. Stover. So just to get those emails is confirming, because what an adventure we're on.
We are. And if something is not working for your family, or your family is finding a piece of it challenging, let your child's teacher know or email one of us, because we are working on round 2 right now. We're actually finalizing everything today and tomorrow. So we are happy to take your feedback and make adjustments, or even provide you with some tips and ideas on what you can do to make it work for your family, because we recognize that every family is in a different place. If you have 2 working parents trying to work from home, that is incredibly challenging. So maybe like our schedules don't work for you, that's okay. And maybe those tasks are something that you're not ready to kind of tackle, and that's okay too. You know, if you're looking for ways to support your child that you feel like have not been provided, we will do our best to help you through that. All right, so another one that I received is from Mrs. Lingo, and she nominated Mrs. Carty to receive a PAWS Award for her love and attention to students, daily videos, prompt feedback, and positive encouragement and support that she provides to both students and parents. Which, goodness gracious, us parents need some of that, don't we?
We do. We definitely do.
All right, the next is from Mrs. Montgomery for Ezra. She nominated Ezra for a character award for showing responsibility and commitment to finishing the task, doing his best work, and making adjustments based on feedback. Well done, Ezra. And I have to tell you, Mrs. Montgomery shared Ezra's little commercial that he made, and it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. And thank you to Ezra's parents for being good sports in that as well. I suppose they deserve a character award too. And then this one is for Mrs. Sosaby from Mrs. Montgomery, and Mrs. Montgomery nominated Mrs. Sosaby for her teamwork and just being an amazing co-teacher. She said she's really taking on that shared responsibility of co-teaching, providing feedback to students, and kind of dividing up tasks too. And I've noticed that about Mrs. Sosaby as well when we're planning with the 3rd grade team. So thank you, Mrs. Sosaby. All right, and tomorrow for our Spirit Week, we have the Ultimate Sandwich Day, I believe. So you can build a sandwich and post that on Facebook. So you might want to be thinking about that today, because ingredients may be an important piece to that.
Yeah. In our house, the groceries are dwindling at this point. So I was thinking, oh, do I even have bread? I'm not even sure I have bread at the moment.
Well, it's hard because we go through so much more being home. With,
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same amount of people eating the same amount of food, but somehow we eat so much more. All right, and don't forget to tag us with the hashtags FCPS at home, FCPS Inspires, and EES Inspires, so that we can find you on Facebook and Twitter or whatever social media platform you use. All right, that was a long morning show. Let's finish with our sign off. Are you ready, Panthers? Be kind.
Be responsible.
Be the best you can be.
The choice is yours.
Have a great day, Evendale.